Ken here, the unemployed prop guy. Today I'm going to talk just a little bit about sewing again. One of my favorite subjects lately because I bought a new sewing machine, which I'll show in the video. This is not really a tutorial, it's just a quick little talk and more of a show off kind of thing. So this is a MD1 lap belt, military lap belt. And I bought it off of eBay, and it was pretty much just the buckle, the metal part, and the actual belt part was really nasty, and I had to cut it off, and I had to make my own. So I want to talk to you about stuff like that. So what I did is I cut myself a little piece of leather, and then I stained it, or I did a dye, I should say, leather dye, because that's how they had them, and this didn't come with it. And this is going to be for a little film I'm working on, like a 1930s serial, like Flash Gordon attacks SpaceX, and it's going to be a fun little project. And you'll see some videos about that, hopefully. So this is going to be on the spaceship. I'm going to have an old Eames chair, and this is going to be the seatbelt for the spaceship, and it just gets inserted and becomes a tight belt. So yeah, I had to make my own. So what I used was, this is a canvas from a white navy bag, and I cut it up, and I'll show you that too in the video, into strips, and then sewed it up, and then I also did some coffee staining to kind of make it a little bit darker, because there's something I haven't talked about. There's two kinds of white. There's most what people consider as white, and then there's stage and film white, which is never white. It's always off-white, darker white, because for lighting and camera, you don't want a big, bright whatever. I mean, sometimes you may want a big, bright whatever, but most of the time you want it a little bit more dull for lighting purposes. So yeah, so I decided to make this, and here, let me show you a little bit about the process of me making it with my new sewing machine. I'll see you on the next video. Like I said, this is not a tutorial, step by step how I did it. It's just a whole bunch of images and video and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao. Okay, so I decided to get a new sewing machine. If you watched some of my other videos, you saw that I had an old Chinese crank one that really wasn't cutting the mustard, so I got myself a Ultra Feed Sailrite LS1, and I love it. It's taken my sewing to the next level. Well, let's start sewing this safety belt and see what happens. Cool. Okay, first I'm going to line it up with the previous belt that I made. And there you go, got that. Cool. Let's get all the lines nice in order. Let's put this in here. Let's lower the foot. And let's start sewing. I'm going to go backwards a little bit, forwards. Well, that looks pretty good stitching. Let me talk about this beautiful machine. Color, awful. I'm not happy with the color. But the blue one, which a lot of times you see in different people's shops, does a Z stitch that I have absolutely no use for. And it was hundreds of dollars more. And so I'm like, why bother? This one's fine for what I do. They have a black one called the Fabricator that is amazing, but it's a tabletop only, and I like this case because, sometimes I have to bring it to set and stuff. And yeah, this was one of the best purchases I got, but I do recommend, here, let me take you for a little spin. I got myself one of these monster wheels, and it slows down the RPM, so I get stitched a little bit slower. They have a motor I want to get too, the Super B, I think it's called, or something like that. And this setup I got, it's really nice, but for like $400 more, $500 more, I could have gotten all the cool stuff, and I should have done it that way rather than every once in a while buying all the extra parts that I'm doing. So definitely save your money and buy the whole thing. Yeah, and also this magnetic doodad here is great for keeping things in line. The nice reverse. It's an awesome, awesome piece of kit, and I love it. Okay, so I ran out of thread. So I need a spool more thread. Yay me. So give me a second. Oh boy. Well, there you go. Ta-da.